Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the Raw review for April 17th, 2017. The show was pretty good. It ended pretty well. It didn't feel like it was 3 hours. It didn't. It really didn't. Braun opened up the show. He says he's proud that he did what he did to Roman. That he did, I think he messed up his shoulder. He flipped him in the ambulance. He destroyed Roman, and he's proud of that. He says Roman will not be there tonight. Yes, chance, begin. He says until Roman comes back, he's just going to destroy the locker room. Kurt Angle comes back and says, you've done enough damage. And because of that, I'm going to give Roman Reigns a match against you at Payback. He gives Braun the night off, which Braun refuses, and then Braun leaves. Chris Jericho versus Samoa Joe, with Seth Rollins on commentary. Joe obviously destroyed Jericho. He misses a senton and then gets locked in the walls. He manages to get out of the walls and locks in the Coquina clutch, which Jericho then taps to. Joe then calls out Seth and says that he will get revenge for Triple H and Stephanie. And Seth gets on the announce table and says, well, Payback is a bitch. And then that segment is over. The club was supposed to face the Golden Truth, but Braun attacked them. He attacked the Golden Truth backstage. They demanded, Club went to the ring still, demanded a match, and Enzo and Cass came out. Enzo started off pretty good, but then the Club took over very quickly. Enzo hit a DDT on Gallows, then tagged in Cass, hit the Empire Elbow. Cass tagged in Enzo, big booted Gallows out of the ring, knocking himself out of the ring, and then Anderson just kind of threw Enzo onto the top of the turnbuckle for the win. Like, that was it. Never actually seen something like that. Miz TV with Dean Ambrose. Dean interrupts the Miz, obviously, and comes out while he's introducing him. And he does the OHIO chants with the crowd because they are in Ohio State University. Miz calls Dean a disgrace for the company and the wrestling business as a whole. He says Dean wasted his chances, and that's why at WrestleMania he was on the pre-show after just main eventing SummerSlam 6 months prior. Dean says there's no one who can do it better than him. He'll do it in front of 20 people or 2,000 people. He doesn't care. He just likes doing it. He'll get his ass kicked. He'll kick some ass, but there's nobody better than him. And then Miz says that Dean made the IC title a joke, which Dean attacks. Maurice then hits Dean with one of the chairs that Miz had set up, and Miz and Maurice leave. The Miz made it seem like it was kind of like the John Cena feud, except like the beginning part of the John Cena feud, where it's well, not exactly like the John Cena feud. It seems like a form of the John Cena feud. Then we had TJ Perkins versus Jack Gallagher. Oh yeah, going back to when Golden Truth got attacked, he also Braun Strowman also attacked Kalisto. He dragged him down the hallway and threw him in the trash can and told everybody, "You gave me the night off, well I'm taking him with me." It was really great. It was great. TJ Perkins versus Jack Gallagher. Neville comes down before the match and sits ringside. For some reason, I'm not sure. And then right before the match actually starts, Austin Aries comes down and sits next to Neville. Jack Gallagher drop kicks TJ Perkins. And then Jack sends himself through the ropes because he tried to dive into TJ, but TJ is smart and moved out of the way. Perkins then throws Jack into Aries, and Aries tries to retaliate, but Neville lays out Austin Aries and detonation kick to Jack Gallagher for the win. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss in her hometown. in a fatal 4-way #1 contender Raw Women's Championship match. Nia dominated from the start, obviously. Mickie and Sasha dropkicked Nia out of the ring. Mickie hits a neckbreaker on Sasha. Sasha hits a suicide dive on Nia and Mickie. Nia slams all three women onto each other. Mickie puts Nia in an armbar, which is then reversed into a slam, and she goes to spear Alexa Bliss and Mickie James and Sasha. But they both move, and she goes into the post, so it didn't matter. Sasha then takes over, double knees to Alexa, gets a 2 count, locks in the bank statement. Mickie breaks it up. Sasha gets thrown out of the ring. Samoan drop to Sasha from Nia Jax. Alexa then gets in the ring, kicks Nia out of the ring, and Alexa pins Sasha for the win. Alexa is your #1 contender for Bayley's Raw Women's Championship. Kurt Hawkins had another open challenge. Finn Balor answered. Finn Balor won. I actually didn't see it. I found out about it on Twitter because I literally missed 2 minutes, and that was the entire segment. Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. Cesaro takes over early. Uppercut onto the barricade. Cesaro then throws Jeff out of the ring. Gets like an 8 count, and then Cesaro goes in, puts him back in the ring. Uppercut, another 2 count. The inverted leg drop. I think that's what it's called. I don't even remember. Inverted the leg drop to Cesaro, twist of fate, swanton bomb. Jeff Hardy wins, and then they all shake hands at the end because they're all friends and they're all buddies because they're all faces. And then we had the main event: Braun Strowman versus the Big Show. Because right after Braun attacked Kalisto, Big Show attacked Braun. So obviously we're gonna have a match. Braun attacks Big Show during his entrance. But then the match eventually starts. Big Show hits a baseball slide on Braun. He gets suplexed by Braun Strowman right after that. Big Show hits a choke slam, gets a 2 count. Braun gets on the top rope and jumps into a KO punch. 1, 2, Braun Strowman kicks out. Big Show doesn't know what's going on. He gets on the top rope to maybe put it off with an elbow. Braun Strowman gets on the top rope, hits a superplex, and the ring explodes. And the crowd goes freaking crazy. The match just kind of ends. Nobody gets pinned, nobody gets counted out, nobody gets DQ'd. The ring just kind of exploded, and then the show was over. Braun got up and left. And that was it. It was like he could have easily pinned him. Like, doctors and refs came down. The match wasn't called off or anything. It wasn't announced that it was called off. You could have easily just pinned him really quick, so it would have made sense. But I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't a bad show. SmackDown Live is gonna do better because it's my favorite show out of the two. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Camp Count Cody, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.